I'm definitely doing this on camera. And the bag is officially gone. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be going through the worst of 2019. From some brand shenanigans to some of the products that I tried and just was very disappointed. Oh, okay, so where do I begin? Okay, so all jokes aside, let's talk about the brands that have disappointed me in the year of 2019. I think the one that disappointed me the most was Mcgrath. That brand has kind of ticked me off. As we know, Mcgrath is extremely talented and her products are just top notch. Like her eyeshadows are some of the best quality on the market, which is the reason why everybody goes, you know, batshit crazy when she launches something. I get it. Every single time I've ordered since the foundation was a complete shit show. And I ordered the set, the foundation, the powder, and the primer. The primer was ridiculous. The packaging was like $60 for a bottle with this nasty sticker that was crooked sitting on that bottle. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. So extremely overpriced. It was a nice primer. I'm not gonna lie, it was a nice primer, but it was not worth $60. The packaging was terrible, terrible. The powder was ridiculously priced. You didn't get hardly any powder in that little teeny tub of powder. I was like, what is she thinking? I have found a way to make the foundation work. But not only was the products overpriced, but it took 3.5 weeks to get here. I had to end up ordering it from Sephora just so that I could get it reviewed and get it up on my channel, which cost me a fortune to order it basically twice. So long story short, then we go into the Divine Rose situation, and that was a turning point for me. And I was so frustrated that day. I was like, this has got to be ridiculous. Like, why am I begging this brand to give them $125 of my hard-earned money? And then the Star Wars fiasco happened, and that was the nail in my coffin. I was done, you guys. I'm done. I love her products. I'm not boycotting her or anything like that, but I just need a break. The next brand that really disappointed me, you guys, oh my gosh. I wanted this so bad, and I was so excited about this brand, because I am such a huge Lady Gaga fan. I mean, I've loved Lady Gaga, like, love her. And her brand was just kind of mediocre. It was just kind of a, what is this? Is this Lady Gaga? Like, it didn't feel Lady Gaga to me. It almost just feels like it was one of those brands where you're a Hollywood star, and so you're just gonna, you're bored and you decide you wanna, you know, start a makeup line. I got all this money. I'm also start a makeup line. Put your name on something and start selling it on Amazon. It was just a really weird launch. I recently got her palette, and I actually reviewed this palette, but I've never put up the video because I'm like, what the hell's the point? I don't even want to edit it. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. It was like this is like a $10, $15 palette to me. It's just not very good quality. Some of these shades are just kind of, not that great. It doesn't feel like Lady Gaga to me. It doesn't look like Lady Gaga. I don't feel Lady Gaga here at all. The liquid eyeshadows were terrible. I mean, just not good quality. I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan. And I just feel like, what is she doing? What? I think the only thing that I kind of liked was the glosses, but they're not any different than any other gloss. You know what I mean? Right now I'm wearing one from Artist Couture that is really sticking to my tongue, and it's kind of driving me crazy. It's a new sample I got from Sephora. It's from Artist Couture. It's called Sugar Baby. That's what I was wearing before I just put that one on from House Laboratories, and it's kind of making my tongue feel weird. You know how they do what some glosses do that? I'm not so sure I like this. Anyway, House Laboratories, huge disappointment. Like, big time. So moving right along. And then we have the Jacqueline Hill Cosmetics lipsticks. And don't get me wrong, I loved the shades of the lipsticks, and when I got them, I loved the way they looked, I loved the way they applied, I loved the way they felt. They're very creamy and a very good formula, but again, we all know what happened. I'm not going to repeat myself. It was just a fiasco, and I think it was the way that they handled it, and they still never recalled them. The whole thing was just weird and bizarre, and I don't think they handled it right. I know that she's a new brand, so you know, sometimes you give a little bit of a leeway to newer brands, but for me personally, it was a letdown because we were all really excited about those new lipsticks. So now we got through the brands that completely disappointed me for the year of 2019. Let's move into the products because I have several in here and some of them I'm really sad about, but I got to talk about them because they were kind of crappy. First things first, this has nothing to do with the brands. Every product I'm going to be talking about has nothing to do with the brand. It was just the actual product itself that I didn't like. I just want to make that clear because some people get really pissed when you talk bad about a product. If there's any products in here that I talked about that you absolutely love, that is amazing, and I love that because that means that we're all very different and we all like different things from our makeup, and just because it doesn't work for me does not mean it's not going to work for you. And this is just my personal opinion and my personal experience with these products, and they just didn't work out for me. And I'm sure you guys already have your own selection of products that you don't like that I absolutely love. So keep all that in mind. These are in no particular order. Let's talk about a few things that I got from Fenty that I'm not loving. Number one, that highlighter roller ball thing. What was that? Like, I don't even know where it's at. I don't know if I took it back. I've searched my entire makeup room, high and low. I don't know if I took it back. I don't know where it's at. It was in this little teeny little jar, and it was a roller ball, and it was like, kind of like Claire's makeup, just not very good, especially for the price, way overpriced. And then we have these matchsticks. Now, I don't like these. I know that everybody loves these, but you guys know that I love cream contour, and so I finally bought these to try these, and these are just too matte for me. I just don't like the way that they blend, and they kind of blend and like look really muddy. If you're not careful and you don't blend these out right, they'll look really, really muddy when you get done, and I don't like the way that they look. I love my KKW Beauty contour sticks. You guys know that. So I had the shade Mocha. I also tried the shade Trippin'. So this is a shimmer stick, and it is very shimmery, and I bought it because it was for the medium skin tone range, but I don't really like the color of it. It's kind of like, here's the thing, it's very iridescent, and when you put it on, it's beautiful when it shines against the light. If you put it on like the high points of your face, if you're looking straight, it looks like you have a red, like pink streak right here. So it looks beautiful, like looking at it directly against the light. But as soon as you turn, it gives you this like pink weird streak right here, and I just don't like it. I really like the magnetic like honeycomb. I think it's a great idea, and I live for her bronzer, and I cannot wait until she releases a blush because I will go batshit crazy when she releases blushes. But for now, the matchsticks are just not my favorite. Okay. Moving on to this that I got from Charlotte Tilbury, and I just got this recently, and what a mess this is. Oh my gosh. Where's the brush that goes with this crappy thing? So as you guys know, Charlotte Tilbury is one of my favorite brands. So again, this is not to pick on any brands because I'm talking about products that come from a favorite brand of mine. This is utter crap. Okay, so it comes with this brush, all right, and it's more of like a creamy. So these are both, this is a creamy highlighter, and this is a creamy blush. There's nothing on there. Here's the thing. So the brush is angled so that you can grab both of them and then put both of them on at the same time. Oh yeah, right. So here you go. You go through both of them like this, okay? And then let's just put it on the arm. What in the hell is that? So here's the problem. So I had to go in 2 or 3 times to get this to really show up. But then what happens is, because it's a brush and you kind of have to push hard, you end up lifting up your foundation. It starts to look weird. It lifts up your bronzer. It lifts up your contour. It looks like crap. Don't waste your money on these. I love her liquid blushes. I love them so much. They're beautiful. Her liquid contour and her liquid blushes and her liquid highlighters, gorgeous. Don't go for the cream. Take my word for it. These are not good. Okay, so we're going to move on to the Pat McGrath liquid highlighter. Now, I know I have that, but I have no idea where it's at. I'm going to put an image right up here. This stuff is so ridiculously priced. Not only is it holographic and kind of weird, but it's crazy expensive for what it is. You could get the exact same type of product from ColourPop. Might be even better quality and might even look better on the skin. Not good. It's not good, you guys. Like, all right, next up is this little bad boy. So this is the Chanel Soleil Tan de Janelle or Janero, whatever the hell this is called, okay? Oh, I wanted this to work so bad. I wanted this to work so bad. And the problem is it just doesn't show up in my skin tone. And the other problem is I went to take this back. So I bought this from Nordstrom's and I went to take it back, and the girl at Chanel was like, "Oh no, don't use it as a bronzer. It's not technically a bronzer." So what she said this is this is supposed to be like a bronzing makeup base where you put this all over your skin and you kind of buff it over top of your foundation. It is supposed to give you this like bronzy looking glow. And I was like, oh, so I've been wearing it as a bronzer, thinking it's a bronzer. I've been wearing it wrong. I should have just followed my instinct and took it back, but I didn't. So I brought it back home, played around with it, and I was like, this is not going to work as an all over anything for me. It doesn't even show up on my skin. She said to kind of take a dual fiber brush like this, go into it, and then just kind of brush it all over my skin. Don't just put it in the bronzing areas. And she's like, it will just give this beautiful bronzy looking glow all over your makeup. No, this is definitely best used as a bronzer for light skin and not for me. It just doesn't work for my skin tone, bottom line. So I wasted my money on that. I think I'm going to give it to my daughter because she's a little bit lighter than I am during the winter. So I'm going to think I might give it to her. Moving on to a few of my foundations that I have. The first one I'm going to talk about is the one from Sunday Riley. Oh man, this is a bad foundation. This is like a thick, weird, goopy, yucky, ugly, messy foundation. I did not like this foundation at all. I felt like it weighed very heavy on my skin, even though it's a semi-matte finish. I did not like the way that it looked, and I kind of felt like it even says that it's a long wear and a lightweight. I did not feel like this was lightweight. I felt like this was kind of heavy on my skin. And it just aged me. I did not like the way the Sunday Riley foundation looked on my skin. Same thing with this Juice Beauty, you guys. Okay, this gloss is gross. Look what it's doing. It's balling up in between my... Okay, so we're going to put this on the list. So this is from Artist Couture. This is in the shade Sugar Baby. This is a bad gloss. It's balling up in my... right here. And it was like right here, no. So this is the Flawless Serum Foundation, and I did not like this. I wanted to like this, but I just didn't feel like it worked very well. I didn't feel like it was long wearing. I didn't feel like it really even looked all that decent on the skin. Even though this is a very organic formula, I just did not like this foundation. I did not think that it looked good, and also it is so serum based and so liquidy that it's exceptionally hard to build up coverage. So it's full on liquid. Ooh, and it stinks from high to hell too. Ooh. Okay, this foundation stinks. Why does it stink like that? That's not good. This is off to a bad start. Yuck. Ooh, my hand still stinks like it. Okay, I need a snack because I'm starving. Next up is the Hourglass Vanish Liquid Foundation. That foundation, terrible. I just bought the concealer and I absolutely love the concealer. I'm wearing it right now. I think it's a beautiful formula, but the foundation, oh, not good. Not my favorite formula. It just like won't stay on my skin, and it's really heavy and just ages me. The next one is this foundation from It Cosmetics. You guys, I have tried to wear this. There was things that I liked about this, but I don't really want to have to make it work, you know? This is a greasy foundation. Even though it's oil-free, this made me feel like a grease ball. I did not like the way that it looked on my skin. When I was reviewing this, this was a time that I didn't wear powders. This made me look like a freaking grease ball on the camera. It just looked terrible. And there was things that I liked about it, but I didn't love it enough to say that I really liked it. I don't like this foundation. I think it's kind of crap, just being honest with you. The other one is this. I caught a lot of hell for this one. This one is the Kosis Tinted Face Oil. I still have people commenting on that video. You didn't apply it right. You need to learn how to use it. You're not supposed to apply it like that. Guess what? It shouldn't be that damn difficult to apply a freaking foundation. This is watery. It's a tinted oil. It's exactly what it is. But this stuff is like weird. And I have tried so many times to make this stuff work, and it just doesn't work for me. And if you've been able to make this work for you, congratulations, because I have not been able to get that to work, and I've caught a lot of hell for not being able to get it to work, which I don't know why. I feel like a lot of people have invested stock in this one because a lot of people were mad at me for this review. I'm not sure why, but whatever. It's not my favorite formula. I think it's kind of a waste of money. That's just me. The next one I never spoke about on camera, but I did try it. It is the it's the Morphe foundation and concealer. What a freaking hot mess that was. It's the Fluidity foundation. It is so thick and so pigmented. I think it's the most pigmented foundation I have in my collection. I don't think I have anything that makes me look like a mask. If you want a mask, that's the foundation for you. It is very thick and very heavy. The only way I was able to make that foundation look halfway decent was putting a tiny bit on my face and then spraying my sponge with like some sort of like dewy setting mist and really like diluting the foundation and like pushing it into my skin. That was the only way I was able to make that stuff work. It looks disgusting. No, my friends. No. The other one that I didn't really like is this one from Revolution. This is the Conceal and Define. This is the full coverage foundation. I feel like this is thick. You're gonna see this foundation sitting in your hair, in your skin, in your eyebrows. Like, this is a very thick foundation, and I'm just not a fan of this one. And I love the stick one. Where is it? This one right here. Oh, I love this. Like, this is one that I reach for on those quick days where I need just a little bit of something and it blends out really quick. But this, no. Moving on to the Kevyn Aucoin, the Balm foundation. I don't know where the balm is, but I have the brush. I don't know where the balm went. When I first reviewed it, the only reviews that it came out was people saying how much they loved it. I must be the only one that doesn't like it. This is going to be interesting. And then I saw like Wayne Goss, he did a video and he was like, this is the worst foundation on the market. And I was like, yes, I've been redeemed. It's terrible. He hated it. Absolutely, unequivocally hated it. And I was so happy he hated it. I can't tell you how redeemed I felt because I didn't want to be alone. That foundation made me age. Oh my God, it was terrible. It made my skin look so old and so crusty and so gross. Probably the worst I tried of 2019. That one is the worst. I'm going to tell you that right now. Terrible. These others I could deal with if I had to. That one, no way. I'd rather not wear foundation than wear that one. Oh, this. Okay, so this is the Tatcha Satin Skin Mist. Like, what was this for? It has like a ball down in it, and it's supposed to kind of, quote unquote, mattify your foundation. Let me read the instruction or the directions on it because I don't exactly know exactly what it's supposed to do. While I'm doing that, I'm going to eat a Funyun, okay? Because I'm hungry. I love Funyuns. Does anybody else love Funyuns? I baked the whole bag in like 3 days. So it's an oil-free liquid powder face mist with some kind of eco-noir, I don't know, clay for fresh, satiny, smooth skin without added shine. Shake to activate the clay. In its defense, it is for combination and oily skin. Because remember, they have the dewy skin mist for dry, normal skin. This is for combo and oily skin. So you do this and it activates the clays, but it does kind of squirt out this like white stuff. I just don't think it does what it says it's gonna do. It's a little gimmicky, little overpriced for what it is. Don't really like it. We're gonna move on to palettes. I have a few palettes here that I'm just not a fan of, bottom line. The first one is the Metropolis palette, and I'm sure some of you are like, what the hell is wrong with you? I know, so many people were so mad at me for this palette review. I had to be honest, I didn't like it. I'm not a huge fan of Natasha Denona and her big palettes. Can we talk about the Safari palette for a second? And I paid $120 some for it. Are you kidding me? Terrible palette. That Safari palette, terrible. Did not blend, no pigmentation, looked muddy, looked gross, terrible palette. Don't get me wrong, this one is a way better quality than the Safari palette, but I'm just not a fan of her creamy mattes. And when I say that, I'm meaning like these mattes down here on the corner. See how it's really shiny and it's starting to get hard panned? I do not like this formula. This formula does not blend or work for me. I don't like it. It takes me forever to build the pigment and I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. And this palette is filled with that formula. And don't get me wrong, I think some of the shimmers are pretty, but it's just not my thing. It's just not, that's all I can say. It's just not my jam. The next one is this from MAC. I recently picked this up. This is the Star Dipped Faced Compact. So this is in the light. I do not like this. I gotta eat one more Funyun. I'm starving. I know, this is like becoming a mukbang with Funyuns. I'm sorry. Okay, so this shade right here is like this pink, weird shade that I'm like, why would I ever put that on my face? So let me swatch it for you so you can see it. It's not a very pretty blush, like ever. It's like bright pink. It's like Barbie doll pink. Then you have this one that is better. This one is better. Like this one looks really pretty on the face. I like that one. Now this, oh man, this is like really holographic. And I didn't realize it when I bought it that it was holographic. So that's the holographic one. And then you have this white one that is like really not that pigmented. And I'm like, ew. And it's just not that pretty. Like it doesn't really blend out onto the skin very good. And I'm just not a fan of it. Like, okay, so see as you start blending it out, they all disappear. I am not a fan of this palette. I can't remember what or why I got this, but not a good face palette. The next thing is the Kaja Roller Ball. $28 for this pink iridescent weird product that does not look flattering on the skin whatsoever. I sent it back. I don't have it here to show you how ridiculous it was, but take my word for it, you guys. That thing is like worse than Claire's makeup. It was terrible. Let's move on to an eyeliner. This I have a love and a hate relationship with. The reason why I say that is because on one side I love it and on the other side I freaking hate it worse than anything. I like the pencil part. So the pencil part is this. This is the Huda Beauty Life Liner. It's like a double-ended, it's got a pencil on one end and a liquid liner on the other. The pencil is fabulous and it is locked and loaded. It only comes in black, but when you put this on, you guys, this is not going anywhere. Like when I put this on the upper waterline, it ain't budging. One of the most long-wearing black liners that I have, okay? So then you open the other side and this is nothing but a goopy, nasty, weird mess that I'm thinking, why did she create this brush like this? First of all, way too much comes off on this brush. And second of all, this brush is freaking-normous for an eyeliner. And if you go to put it on your eye, here's the problem. If you go down to put it on your eyeliner, if you get this on your eyelashes and it touches here, it will completely destroy it. Because it's not like a normal eyeliner or a normal mascara where if you get it on your skin, you can wait for it to dry and then take like a spoolie and scrub it off. Not with this junk. This junk is there for your life and it will not remove without removing it. You can't get a thin line with it no matter how hard you try. If you even try to do just a teeny little bit, no, this stuff is trash. Trash. This will ruin your makeup. Do not even use the liquid liner, but I love the other end of it, so I keep it because I do love the pencil. Then we have this. This is an eye gloss. This was the Estee Lauder collaboration with Violet. Okay, and this is called Sheer Scandal, and it's an eye gloss. First of all, there's really no color in it, so I don't even know what the point is. Second of all, this is a sticky, tacky, freaking nasty mess. Does not set down. It does not dry. Maybe you can put it like a eyeshadow over top of it. No. Wishful thinking. This stuff will ruin your makeup. It bleeds, so it never sets down. It's a gloss that never sets down. I don't understand the purpose for this product. I don't understand why I never sent it back. I don't know why I have it. I just do, and it's garbage. Estee Lauder eye gloss, no go. Moving on to a few mascaras that I have here. This is a recent one that I still am just not understanding what the hell they were thinking when they brought this brush around. What is this? So this is the Stila Magnum mascara. I got a couple of these in like my Sephora sample boxes. Damn, this brush is stupidly huge. I mean, it is so big. You have to have full lashes like I have on right now, which are fake, in order to be able to use this brush. If you got itty bitty lashes like I do, good luck. You'll have it all over your freaking face. You'll have it all over your hair. You'll have it all over in your butt crack. Like, it'll just be everywhere, and it'll be a pain in the butt. This mascara one is way too big. The brush is way too big. It's obnoxious, and it's not really that good of a formula. So it's a huge pass. The next one is from Babe Lash. And I got this because I've been growing out my lashes. I'm in that like growing out my lashes stage. And I thought, oh, well, maybe I'll get the mascara that's supposed to be, you know, nourishing and help your lashes to grow. And I've heard a few people say that they really love this. This makes my eyelashes look like spider legs that don't move. They're like crispy, burnt spider legs, meaning whenever this dries, it is like ring, 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 ring. It like pulls all of your hairs all into like one or like five. You have like 5 hairs. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're these little spider legs that kind of span across your eye. You look freaking ridiculous. It's just not a good mascara. Now, don't get me wrong. It's budge proof. It doesn't go anywhere because it's like a freaking burnt stick. It's not, doesn't give you any fullness. It just sticks them all together and they're just all separated. It just looks weird. I don't like it. It's a weird mascara. I'm not a fan of it. I only got a few left and I'm eating the whole freaking bag. So that's it for the fails of 2019. And that concludes my favorite series. I hope that you guys enjoyed this series. This was super fun. I love you all so, so much. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day filled with love and joy. I will see you guys in my next video. And I love you all so much. Bye.